Buenos dias, mi amor. Hello, my loves. Greetings from South Portland, Maine. Wow. South Portland, Maine. It is raining biblical proportions today. It is coming down so hard. It's Morning Mike's brought to you by our friends at Venbrook Insurance. Of course, our friends at Game Day Men's Health. Guys, I was there yesterday doing a 2.5 hour shoot. Weird office to be in, but I gotta say, we're looking at some peptides, some different things to get the Bushman just absolutely keyed up. Energy levels, things like that. We're looking at safe ways to do that. I tested my testosterone though, and I gotta say, pretty good. Steve, I think I might have stronger testosterone than you. I don't really know.
Well,
Possibly not.
I can't wait to get mine tested, and we're going to be comparing testosterones like two men very worried about stuff.
I don't really want to. I'm getting a text from Alec Baldwin here. I've been texting him about Hilaria, and I said, oh, what a wonderful thing. Does this mean you're not coming in studio next week? Because he was going to come to Los Angeles and come into studio with us because he was coming to watch Hilaria next week. I thought, God, she'll make it to then. So he's not coming. And I said, well, to quote our great friend Bob Ross, the amazing painter we all grew up with, there are no mistakes, just happy accidents.
It's the greatest line that we should all live by, Billy.
I know. And by the way, we've got some Bob Ross news, which is always good. So we'll punch that down the road. That's what they call a little teaser in the business here, but in the biz. But let's see what's going on. Let's check in with folks and see what people are doing here on a beautiful day. Happy little trees. Oh, God, it puts me in a good mood. Hi, good morning, Mary. Good morning, crazy, busy mom. Oh, you're just crushing it from Falmouth, Cape Cod. I know it's raining like crazy up here. Ugh. Nita, welcome home to Maine. Yeah, always feels good to be in Maine. So beautiful here. God almighty. Morning, Sharon. Steve, throw up a couple of those while we listen. Let's see some of those Maine photos last night. Or should I go in order? I mean, we kind of flew. My brother is a really amazing guy. Not only is he a great healthcare executive and hopefully soon governor of Maine, he's an amazing. He flies a plane. He's a pilot, and so we flew from New Jersey yesterday all the way up to Maine. He was the pilot, and my mom and I were in the back. And guess whose plane was on the tarmac? There's my brother right there, taxiing his way. Yeah, he gives a little salute, the great John Bush. Oh, look at this plane we're passing. I say, no, it can't be. It can't be. Yes, it is. Look at this. Oh, my God, that's hot. Paris Hilton's plane. And then I did the ChatGPT. I matched it up. I covered her tail number, but I looked it up, and it's definitely her plane. I mean, she's got a plane. What the hell? She's got a plane. Kardashian's got a plane. I mean, they just like, what? This is nuts. God, I want a plane. So anyway, we got here last night and we had a beautiful dinner. One of my college roommates. Yeah, there's one of my best friends right there with the Colby visor. We went to Colby College together. He's a big guy in Maine now, helpful with my brother and his campaign. But isn't that a beautiful picture? My mother ended up taking. Oh, Paris Hilton does good things for kids. Great. I love Paris, and put all those kids on that plane and let's go to Disney World. There's my brother. The night before, we're going through the speech. We're looking at the campaign ad, the first commercial that they're going to put out. And yeah, he's a really great. And then we got up this morning and we worked out. That was a beautiful thing. I couldn't believe it. I said, all of a sudden we went from Maine to Acapulco. What the hell is this? A cruise ship goes by right underneath the harvest moon. I said, that is so beautiful. I got to take that picture. That's right on his little patio there, looking out at the ocean. Isn't that gorgeous? That's kind of a big cruise ship for Maine, right? Who does that? It's incredible. American dreamer. There she is. Oh, who's that? People coming in all the time. This is my brother's little office he has here at the house. Isn't it nice? It's kind of beautiful here. Mama, we don't look that much alike, I don't think. But maybe we do. Maybe as we get older. I'll tell you what, we sound a lot alike on the phone. That's an interesting angle right there. I guess we do a little bit in that picture. Yeah. So anyway, today's a huge day. We're going up to Belfast, Maine, where my brother, he put almost 1,000 jobs, just about 1,000 jobs for Athena Health. They made Belfast, Maine, an operations center for Athena Health, and did that years and years ago. So we're going to the headquarters of Athena Health, where he is no longer the CEO, but they love him, of course, still as the founder. And there will be a route. We had to move it inside because it's like wild. The rains are like crazy. So it's a big day. We're heading up there. He's got the speech ready to go, and then there'll be some press, and I'm going to tape a nice little interview with him for the podcast. I want you to get to know him. I want you to hear what he has to say. Yeah. Belfast, Maine is beautiful. Yeah. Watched a podcast last week with your brother and Charlie Baker. Oh, Susan. Yeah. I think you watched my brother's podcast. He's got a very little podcast. But he speaks to, a lot of Maine people. And Charlie Baker was the governor of Massachusetts, with whom he's kind of close. And so maybe he got a few pointers from him. Nosy Rosie, let's make it a wonderful Wednesday. Yeah, Lisa, I think you're giving her great advice. So what's on your mind? Here's what I'm thinking about. I think it's hysterical that Ben Shapiro, who is major conservative, talking head and very brilliant guy, Orthodox Jewish. He loves to go off on Taylor Swift. He loves pop culture. Here's Taylor. He gives a ripping review of Taylor Swift's The Life of a Showgirl. And he's lucky my 6-year-old niece is not here, because she would tear into him. Ben says, can you stop being 17 for like half a second, please, lady? Like, you're getting married. Can you get over yourself? I know we're all supposed to be on the Taylor Swift bandwagon. I can't get there, guys. I just can't. She's 35 years old. She's acting like a child. Oh my God, Shapiro. He says, it's more of the same, this album. I don't think she has the capacity to do anything but the same thing over and over and over again. I encourage her to get back to country music. You know what? I disagree, Ben. I disagree. She's in a happy place in her life. I think the song Wish List of about Travis, and she seems joyous. It's upbeat. She's having a good time. Can she just check out from the angst for a minute and just have a good time? I find every song to be fun and joyous and upbeat. And the candidate has arrived. Look at that. Say hello to everybody. There he is.
Come to Maine, everybody. Maine's where you belong. Bring your taxes.
That's a very abbreviated.
Good.
Is he great? I mean, vote.
I thought he was going to comment on the Taylor Swift album, and this could really swing votes.
Dude, I like Taylor Swift's on her song Wish List, which I happen to like. She's talking. I think she could drop. I think Taylor Swift could drop everything, take her $1 billion, and go pour that incredible focus and excellence that she has in music right over to being a mom. She may walk away entirely, like hit the high note and bye-bye. I don't know. Sort of get that feeling. She might.
We're trying to get Ben, right? I think you two, as you said it in your email, two grown men working. What did you say exactly? Two grown
middle-aged grown men. I mean, I'm way older than Ben, but two grown men arguing over Taylor Swift was the pitch we sent to his producer. And he's like, this is the funniest thing I've ever read. Let me send it to Ben. He will love this.
Yeah.
So, anyone who goes into debate with Ben Shapiro is asking for their ass handed, to them. But
let me say this. I am a professed Swiftie. I have a family of Swifties, and I think she's great. The one thing I will say that I love the album. That's how we started this morning. But the one thing I will say is that I do like Taylor when she's playing the guitar, and she's so talented, and just listen to her sing and write her songs as opposed to more of the dancey stuff. Maybe he's trying to say that at the end, but he's kind of being mean about it a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's an interesting one, Steve. Karen said, do you need a personal nurse practitioner on the road with you? Do I? Oh, are you one? Oh, yeah, sure. took
I love a
blood.
masseuse to travel with me 24/7, but
Yeah. People are loving Maine. There's a lot of people in Maine here. Apparently, we got some Mainers. If you're in the Belfast area, come over. Athena Health in Belfast, Maine. If you can get there, I think the announcement is like 4 o'clock today. So I'll tell you what, we'd love to see you. I'd love to see you. Let me know. I mean, come on up. Back to Taylor. Billy is having an interview, and she said, no way, she's not walking away. Yeah, no, of course not. Nobody can, not when you're at that level. But here's, people are ripping the album. It's not just Ben. I don't know why, Taylor. I don't think she needed to defend herself, but she did. And let's take a
welcome
listen
the
to
chaos.
what she's saying.
The rule of show business is, if it's the first week of my album release and you are saying either my name or my album title, you're helping. And art, I have a lot of respect for people's subjective opinions on art. I'm not the art police. It's like everybody is allowed to feel exactly how they want. And what our goal is as entertainers is to be a mirror. Oftentimes an album is a really, really wild way to look at yourself, right?
Okay.
What you're going through in your life
You get the point. Like,
is going to affect.
Did she need to defend herself like this? I would just let him go. Let him say it. Although I know that feeling, right? Sometimes we feel like we have to. I did it recently with Jim Acosta. I felt like, you know what? F him. I'm going to punch that guy right back in the mouth. And I don't know that it did great things for me in my head and the whole thing. My mom was like, just let him go. He'll be swallowed up by his own karma. Just leave it alone. I'm like, no, I'm going to punch this guy right in the face. Maybe mom was right. I don't know. I don't think you don't get anything out of it. You know what I mean? Humor works when you know what I mean? The best thing you can do is say something funny. And I don't know, I allowed myself to get pissed. I think that's it. So there's that. Here's another topic for us. I'm loving the look on Nicole Kidman. Wow, does she look good? I'm calling these revenge bangs. She has got herself with a hot little bang. She's just been the global ambassador again, just named again for Chanel. She looks outstanding. Look at this right here. Yeah. Ooh, so demure. At the Chanel show, she's got her daughters. Look at that. Yeah, no, she is definitely playing this well. Don't you think? I think she's playing this whole split with Keith in a nice way. She's very sexy. She's just, super popular, great actress. Oh my God. Somebody just asked up top in the chat, who is Jim Acosta? Never mind. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, revenge bangs. Don't you like that? I'm coining the phrase, revenge bangs. And I've never heard it out there, so I'm going with it. She is a survivor. That is the truth. I like her. I like her a lot. Billy, there's not one thing you did wrong. You handled yourself like a gem, like a champ, like a hero, like an icon. Do I need to go on? No. Billy, stop it. You're drooling. I'm not drooling over Nicole Kidman. I've known Nicole Kidman forever. I am saying she looks amazing. People's talent is what makes them so attractive, right? Like a sense of humor makes someone, the physical alone does nothing. Let's be honest about that. I mean, it's something. But her talent is so deep. I'll watch anything with Nicole Kidman in it. Billy, I was in Nantucket last week and saw a T-shirt that says, I'm the man from Nantucket. You're the first person I thought of. Well, shows how not well you know me. I am a man who has been to Nantucket, but I'm definitely not the man from Nantucket. So what do we think about Keith Urban? There's so much talk about Keith, and like the reason why they split is, they're showing all this footage of him, on the red carpet, and he's just uncomfortable, and And then there's an article that says, well, the reason, oh, Jesus, it does look like she's taking her son to school. Shit. Yeah. Oh, look at the platform shoes. I mean, she's, you know what? A woman that tall with a man that not tall, and he's wearing like Kate Beckinsale type platform shoes in this picture. But, you know, I dated a tall woman, and I'm like 5'10". Steve, don't laugh.
Sorry, I was letting you
Steve,
go with it. I was
Steve,
letting you go with
5'10".
it. Sure. Yes.
5'9"3/4. Okay, barefoot coming out of the shower, but 5'10".
Yeah, I'm 5.
In a flip flop, I'm 5'10". Okay.
Yeah, I'm 5'9". 5'9". Yeah, 5'9". No, I mean,
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. I tower over you, which is at least something. Anyway, when you can tell. Oh, when she's mad at you, you go out. Like we're going out for dinner, going to a party. She's mad at you, and she's like not happy in the relationship or momentarily or whatever. There's a bigger heel. Very happy, like everything's great. I'm so, in love. A kitten heel. A kitten heel goes on when she's happy, and a giant heel goes on when she's pissed. Steve's 5'8", and I think that's being friendly. Short king.
Billy, the other day, I will say, in the studio, who do we have in the studio with us? I don't remember now.
Joy is 5'3". You're a woman, Joy. You can be 5'3". These are expectations on men that you don't understand.
Yes.
You don't understand what it is to be man. Let me tell you something. I have a great friend named Matt Baxt, and so does Steve, and he was a producer with us for years. And Matt is 5'2", 5'3". He's going to be so pissed. He's like, God damn it, I'm 5'4". Whatever it is, he's not tall. And he did this documentary that we're trying to get sold and picked up somewhere. It's just brilliantly funny. And his whole concept is the last group in America you're allowed to discriminate against is short men. Right? No, all other groups are protected and there's outrage if you discriminate against them, except short men. Everybody can pound on the short man and get away with it. What do you think about that? Are we correct, right? Every one of you women in here, probably, not everyone, but many, most, make a little laugh, make a little joke about a short man. That's tough. I saw this thing on Instagram once. This guy broke his shins. He went in for surgery, had his shins cut in half and put in extensions because he was so miserable being short. And women, you don't want to date a short guy. Yeah. Keith went in there. I admire that. Keith, when he climbed Mount Kidman, he's a 5'7" guy, Keith. And she's got to be 6 flat, 6 feet.
Yeah. She's probably 5'11" without the heels, but he's 5'7".
Oh my God, look at Jessica, Steve. I have a friend who only likes shorter guys. Wow. Well, you know what? She's saying, let everyone else fight over tall, dark, and handsome.
Yeah.
I'm going for that compact little fire hydrant of a man, and I'm going to rip him to shreds and have a ball.
Well, she's the only woman in the pool. So it's like she's, just load them up.
Yeah. No kidding. Tom Cruise was he still is, Deb. Deb, I don't think he's gone in for, I love a 5'8". Ooh, a good hug. Wait a minute. Look at Karen. I'm 5'10". I always say when your horizontal height doesn't matter. I'll date a man irregardless of height. That's good.
Like that
horizontal
height. What are you horizontally then?
Oh, you're hard. Yeah. You got to just do those like sliding planks, just like you can cover a lot of ground if you're on your forearms. It's funny. I thought of that. I just did that with my brother down in the basement. We had a workout class down there. I started my day at 6:30 in the morning working out down there. Oh my God. Look at this. Urban is a fun size. HT, you say that like you want to throw them around a little bit, like, toss them around, have a little good, spooning size. Whoa, I didn't know that. Any size you can spoon, right? Yeah, I love how our topics always end up here. Well, no one meant that happen. I just want to finish with the celebrities, though. I do, and that is, what the hell is Ben Affleck doing? He new video today, the after party and all that. This is inside the screening. You know, we saw them on the red carpet together, J Lo and Ben, and then they're inside, and Ben is like, he's gushing over her. I mean, the divorce is over, you right? I mean, the assets have been split. I get it. To me, it says, like, the way he's talking. I mean, this is the anxious avoidant thing. Is that right? Like, when you're apart from this person or you break up, you pine for them and you miss them so badly. It's the push pull, right? And then you get them close, and they're there, and then you push away. What I've had that in my life, and you know, there's ways to deal with it. Mushrooms, but I think that's what's going on here. I think because the way he speaks about her inside the screening, he's like pining for her. Steve, roll up. Listen to Ben. What is he doing? I'll tell you what he's doing.
Create opportunities for these kinds of great stories to be told, and work with the best directors in the world and the best actors and the best material. And in this movie, we did all of that. And it's an honor to be here. This movie is exquisite. Jennifer, you're incredible. Billy, amazing job. Tona, you're phenomenal. Welcome to a lifelong stardom. Enjoy it. There's ups and downs. But
The
here
joke,
you are.
ups and downs.
It's
Jennifer,
really,
you're
truly a
exquisite.
thrill.
Jennifer, you're phenomenal. Jennifer, you're amazing. Now, let me just also say, those are not very descriptive words. Phenomenal, amazing, exquisite. I mean, they're just, I don't know. They're not definitive words. Do you know what I mean? I think it's like, what about it was phenomenal? What phenomenal? Was a phenomenon? Her performance was a phenomenon? I don't think so. Ben, oh, I love this right here. This is a good one. Darcy knows her men. Ben is chaos. Chaos is not good. Chaos is not good. I think I've been chaos in my life, you know, if I'm honest. Like, it just, but you know what? Mama Roll may have it even better. He's horny. That's what I thought. I'm going to say, I thought he was like those. I thought it was like, you know, like, I'm in New York, you're in New York. We got one more night. We both know where the blueprints are. We know, you know, I know how to, where you do it. And we all know, we have that familiarity. I don't know. Room service. Let's, you know, one for the road. That might have been a better relationship for them, you know, just sort of casual. You live in your house, I'll live in my house. We both got a shit ton of things going on. You know, he was annoyed as hell every time the hair, makeup, and wardrobe people are all over the house because she's doing something every day. And he's like, get the out of here. Just keep your own spaces. He was drawing from the Trump thesaurus. Amazing, phenomenal, tremendous. What a performance. Okay. It doesn't matter what your politics are. Nobody cares. But Trump dancing on the, I think, the George H.W. Bush aircraft carrier in front of the Navy is all time. Hit it, baby. It just puts me in
Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. I said, young man, cause you're in a new town. There's no need to be unhappy.
You gotta give it.
Young man, there's a place you can go. I said, young man.
It's terrible, but it's great.
It's bad. It was so good. He gave them more what he wanted. They wanted more.
They wanted more. Jimmy Kimmel, you got to hand it to Jimmy Kimmel, who's literally on Trump watch 24/7. He says, you know, he's on an aircraft carrier. He could have gone with in the Navy, right? The Navy is in front of you. That might have been a better song. And why he keeps going back to a blatantly homosexual, you know, band and song and the whole thing. You just got to wonder. You just got to wonder. Oh, God. Unwatchable? Oh, come on, Kat. When he does this, it's so bad, it's good. The Trump dance is fantastic. I mean, when the NFL last year, they go to like, they cut to the players and, big linemen are like doing this. I love it. I love it. It shows his fun side and it makes me like not anxious for a minute when he does that. And there's Melania next to him. And Melania, they brought her up on stage to do the hoo-yah to the guys.
Booyah, Navy! Booyah, Navy!
Hoo-yah, Navy!
Booyah, Navy!
Yeah. You got to hit the hoo-yah. You know what I mean? You got to hit the hoo-yah and drop the booyah. And she did, yeah. Hoo-yah is also is it not the Marines, Steve? I mean, I believe, I believe hoo-yah is
That's
for
a
the
great
Marines.
point. I actually never thought of that.
I think
that
so.
is the Marines, now that you just said that.
I think so. I mean, listen, I got a lot of Navy men in my family. I think she might have been. Anyway, poor thing. She looks gorgeous. Yes. You know what, Sandy? Sandy, let's absolutely stay positive here. Yeah. It is. It's a Marine chant. I knew it. Here that comes in. All the confirmation.
I'm getting actually that hoorah is the Navy, but oorah is the Marines. There's a slight difference.
Hoorah! Which one is Al Pacino?
I'm not either. So
which is Al Pacino?
Hoo-wah!
Hoo-wah! What's better? Hoo-wah from Al Pacino or what does Christopher Walken say? I can't remember. I married a Marine when I was 19, divorced him 4 years later, and was still divorced. 19. Wow, honey, that's early to get married, right? Holy shit. Yeah. Melonia is a citizen, so bug off. Yeah, we're defending her. Listen, leave poor Melania out of this thing. She's got enough on her friggin' plate. You know what I'm saying? I'll just say that. She has no idea what she's doing. Get me on that ship.
So good. It's so good.
Hey, I know we've got some single ladies in here. Steve and I have a friend. He used to work in accounting back at Access Hollywood in the day. We love him, Larry. And he's just one of the best guys. And he's now single. And he said to us, looking to mingle. And I just want to, I said, well, Larry, do me a favor. Make a profile. Just do a little something, a little intro tape that I can introduce to the ladies of Morning Mics. And let's see where it goes. All right, Steve, fire up Larry. Let's see what happens.
Looking for a lover is someone who can take care of my 3 daughters, a mom for them and a hot mama for me. I have not been in love, much to the chagrin of my first wife. I would describe myself as a success. If you're looking for a guy who makes $51K a year, if you're looking for a guy who's got a convertible, I'm your man. If you're looking for a guy who's adventurous and sexy, let's just say that next to my waterbed is a can of whipped cream and some cherries. My hidden talents include some very good impressions. Johnny Carson. What would my 3 wishes be? Well, I'd like to have a dinner one time. I'd like to have Sheena Easton, Tom Selleck, and Abraham Lincoln over for dinner. I know how to charm the socks off people. I often go to restaurants and I will, while people are eating, I'll start talking to them. I'm the kind of guy who will bring out the best in a night. My ideal romantic partner is you look like Sheena Easton, you wear high heels, lots and lots of crimson.
Maybe that wasn't the best foot forward for Larry, but he's a great guy, right? I mean, he's a lot of fun.
He hit Sheena Easton twice.
Well, he's obviously got a thing for Sheena. What's wrong with a comb over? Come on. We're led in this world by a comb over right now. Larry, oh no, ladies, he's mine. You see? And you let it sink in a little bit there, JJ. You're going to see what Larry can do. He's a hot guy. Very, very hot guy. So one more thing about Trump, I just have to say, the Nobel Peace Prize is being announced on Friday, and he is waiting. And Donald Trump, he wants this more than anything he has made. I've solved 7 wars. I've saved 7 wars. He wants this award more than anything, and he's waiting for it on Friday. And when he doesn't get it, which I imagine he will not get it because you haven't solved all these wars, but whatever, he's going to fire off some tweets. It's rigged. The Nobel Committee is, they're a bunch of losers. They're terrible. It's rigged. And he's going to be butthurt, as Travis Kelce would say. Him waiting for the Nobel Peace Prize is like me waiting for the Edward R. Murrow, Journalist of the Year award. It's probably not going to happen, but he really does want it. He wants it bad. Oh, Voldy, holy crap. Yeah, so they asked him in the office too, in the Oval Office, about hey, would you pardon Ghislaine Maxwell? And he loves to do this. He loves to stir up shit, man. He loves it. He goes, you know what? I haven't really thought. I got to think about it. We're going to take a look at it. He says, I'm going to take a look at it. I got to consult the DOJ. Wait a minute. This is a convicted child sex trafficker. Convicted of child sex trafficking. And you got to take a look at it? You got to go to Ghislaine? You got to go to Pam Bondi? I got to consult the DOJ on that? Really? This is what he does. This is a famous move. He floats it out there. He floats it out there. We'll see what happens. We might, we're taking a look. And then people go crazy, but they get their crazy out. And then a few weeks later, he revisits it, then does it. And people are like, and he's seasoning the ground. He's floating. It's a trial balloon. Get the outrage, conditioning the audience. The outrage subsides. He does it, boom. You know what that says to me? Ghislaine Maxwell is getting pardoned. And if Ghislaine Maxwell is getting pardoned, she knows other stuff. She knows a lot of stuff, because there's no question about this. He and Epstein were really good buddies. As close as he has, I think. She's got secrets, that Maxwell. You're damn right she does. Holy shit. If that's just so creepy to pardon her. She brought in young girls, underage girls, to grown, disgusting men. Give me God almighty. That is an admission of some kind of guilt, pardoning that woman. Whew. Did I get that out, girl? Because I needed to. Steve, how much money do we have in the Hot Mics account? Do we have enough for a major purchase I need to make?
I think we got to find it. Let me say that, because this is probably the thing we've been most excited about, which says a lot.
Okay. Well, Trump stopped funding to public television and all that. Like, whatever. That's whether you like it or not, that's not the issue for me. It's the fact that, the libs aren't taking it. The public TV supporters, the NPR lovers, the PBS lovers are not taking this line. At least they're doing something about it and not bitching. They've got the Bob Ross Foundation. Bob Ross Foundation, and they're going to auction off 30 of his paintings and give the money to public television. Look, I don't care where the money goes. I just want to know, how much is this going to cost me? I gotta get one. I need one of these, man. Oh, God, was he amazing. Oh, there's no mistakes. There's just happy accidents. Oh, you know what we have today? I'm doing the psilocybin journey to find my center and my peace. But we got Prozac. We got Lexapro, all that stuff. Back in the day, all you needed was, a snow day and Bob Ross on television. Are you with me on that? Oh my God, he'd sit there. It was so good. Little trees. Oh, little trees. He would sketch in. You know what? Let's do how about a little white cap right here? How about a little white cap? Let's put a little break in the water. Yeah. And then maybe there's a little brook running by, some twigs, right, that are floating downstream. How could you could not stress out watching Bob Ross. You couldn't freak out in any way. I think he is the answer today. I think you got to put him on prime time. Forget America's Got Talent and all this other shit. Put Bob Ross on. Everybody just relax together.
Don't we all need a happy little friend, Billy?
We need a happy little friend, and that could be a chipmunk. Probably a little squirrel.
Bob Ross, my heart.
A little squirrel. So anyway, Steve and I are reaching out to this woman who is the head of the Bob Ross Foundation. We're going to try to get her on. And maybe she can put up she'll show us, she'll bring a couple of JPEGs of the, some of the work that's being auctioned off. And I'm going to try to do it. Yeah. Oh, shit, Sandy. Sandy, you're a wild one. I'm telling you, Sandy's like, let me on that cruise ship first. I mean, let me on that Navy ship. Now a little shroom right there with Bob. He is the GOAT. Look, very fun. Larry's going to be crushed that you're not interested in him. If you don't love Bob Ross, you are not a great American. I don't support PBS anymore. You still listen to them all the time for years on the radio. They've turned into a bias problem. I think that's a legitimate argument right there. But we love Bob. And if the money goes to PBS, I don't give a shit. Give the money to whoever you want. I got to say, Steve, you got a pretty good feel on the Bob Ross market. And I asked the chat, is this a $20,000 expense for me, or is this like a $250,000, $500,000 thing? Is this, there's nothing worse than when you go to an auction and you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to bid on the thing. And then they're like 20, 30, 40. And you're like, oh, jeez. Okay.
Here's the problem. Us getting excited and talking about it is raising the price because other people are going to get excited and talk about it. Like we kind of need to slide in like what Bob Ross thing. And then you
should have talked about it after the auction.
Yeah.
Right. When I had one in my hands or up on my wall.
There's only 30 that they're auctioning. That's not a lot. But
yeah. Mike wants to know if Bob Ross smoked herb. What do you think, Mike? Before, during, and after, pal. Right? Oh, wow. Bob Ross painted a lot of paintings. Yeah. Liza, Billy, your hot and my hot are different. Okay. I like that. Ooh, a Bob Ross pineapple. What if there is a Bob? Wouldn't that be kismet? If this woman, we booked this woman and she comes on, she's like, well, here's one he did and he put a pineapple in it. I'd be like, what? Then I'd have to spend $1 million on it. I'd have to borrow $1 million. Bob Ross sucks. Yeah, tell everyone so they don't want me one. So they don't want one. Nosy, I like that. Rosie's got a good approach here. Share morning mics, everyone, so that Billy can afford his painting. That's right. Stop hoarding morning mics. It's my first admonishing of the chat. I'm going to get that out there. The pineapple is a wonderful fruit. Everyone says if you put a frozen pineapple in your morning smoothie, it gets, cleanses out the liver like nothing else. And I heard something else about a pineapple that applies to the women only, but I can't say it. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. And then Trump says that, and then he says it, and he goes, I had to do it. I had to do it. No, you didn't have to do it. You always have control over it. You know what I'm talking about.
Do the golf impression, Billy. Do the golf impression. The golf story. In the locker room, you know what they say.
Oh, Arnold Palmer. I mean, he was a great player. He's a terrific champion, I got to say. And then when he went into the locker, the other players, they would see him and they would go, oh my God. I know I wasn't going to, I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to say it. You definitely did not have to say it. But apparently Arnold Palmer did have he's a fine golfer and we do. Who just said that? We need to get hot mics to Christina to 100K subscribers on YouTube. We do. I think we're in there like 80 or something. And, everyone says that's good. All the experts are saying, of course, I'm paying the experts sometimes. Sometimes it's people that like work for you. And they're like, oh, no, this is like a land speed record. You haven't even been on a year. People have been doing this for 10 years, 15 years. Okay. I don't know. All I know is I'm having fun. And if you're not having fun, then I'd rather do this than, read a teleprompter about people. Oh, God, do I got to get Christopher Walken. I do have a great Christopher Walken clip. I interviewed him. I said, do you ever do you, like, or, can you do you? Like the impersonation of you, not you. And who does you better than anyone? And we had a great time talking about him. I once went to a salon. I didn't go to the salon. I was walking by the salon. It was in the neighborhood where I had my office years and years ago. And I always said, you've probably seen this before in a hair salon. And it said, in a picture of Christopher Walken, apostrophe S, and then underneath it, welcome. Walken's welcome. I thought that was very funny. Very creative. Billy, I want you to interview 50 Cent. Mama, Steve, do you remember the first interview I did with 50 Cent in New York when Get Rich or Die Trying was coming out? I'm the New York correspondent for Access Hollywood. It's down at Cipriani downtown. They're doing an album release party for him. He comes in a white t-shirt and a flak jacket. He's got his bulletproof vest on. Everyone's like, oh my God, this 50 Cent is like the best. He's been shot 9 times. He's been shot 9 times. So he comes for the interview, and I thought, all right, let's establish something with 50. I said, 50, look, where there's 9, there's 10. Some people would say. So if you don't mind for the first interview, I'm just going to, if I could just stand behind you, it would be okay. So I stood behind him, wrapped the microphone around in front of his face, and just in case anybody came by. He thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. We had a good time. Then years later, I'm married to Sydney, and she and I are down at the one and only Palmilla in Mexico on vacation. And I go to the gym. I'm like, I'm going to work out today. And in there is 50. And we are the only 2 dudes in the gym at the hotel. We hang out, we're talking. Then this woman comes in, and she's super jacked. She's got buns like coconuts. She's in there doing ass lifts and leg lifts and all these things. And she's obviously like a trainer or some kind of serious thing. And 50 and I are looking at her, and I said, wow, how those great moves. She said, all right, but you guys want to do some? She trains 50 and I for 45 minutes, the 2 of us, with this woman working us out. How about that for an experience? Not my only celebrity run-in a gym. How about I'm on the treadmill at the Peninsula in Chicago? I'm in town to MC a Make-A-Wish Foundation dinner. I'm running on the treadmill. Who's next to me? John Bon Jovi. Really handsome in person. Jesus, what a hottie. Yeah. Ass lifts. Deb, we all got to keep the ass. The ass is the, as soon as that goes, girl, we got to hang on to it. 50 needs to keep Diddy in prison. Well, if there's anyone that's just, he's obsessed with Diddy. Fitty, obsessed with Diddy. There's nothing worse than when a white guy says Fitty. You know what I mean? It's like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't say Fitty. Don't Fiddy. Don't type that to me. Absolutely. The glutes are everything. Steve, are you an ass guy? I guess I don't know if this is the proper place for that. I could text you later, but
but no, I would say, yeah.
You're an ass man, aren't you?
I'm an ass man. Yeah.
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 I can see that.
I mean,
I don't hate the rest of it. Is what
I was going to say.
Is what you're saying.
I like the whole package and a lot of laughter. How's that for an answer?
Oh my God, Mama Roll. This is too funny. I got an ass like a sister. like a backup dancer. Ooh, damn. A 53-year-old guy. We're in our 50s, Steve. The glutes, you got to hang on to them because there's nothing worse than, a middle-aged white guy with a concave ass. You know what I mean? It's like a flat screen TV, It's a no, You got to hang. I have big butts and I cannot lie, sister. Wendy, you know what I'm saying, baby. More cowbell. More cowbell. I love more. The best Christopher Walken. Remember the SNL, but what was the name of his character? I'm Stuart Rosenberg. I'm a record executive. can't remember. But Will Ferrell, never more funny than that. So, oh, this poor guy, the poor Harvard professor. Oh, God. This poor bastard. Guys, I feel so terrible for this dude. He's a Harvard visiting professor, and he looks like the nicest man. There he is. Look at him. He's Brazilian. Carlos Portugal Gouveia, a Harvard professor visiting from Brazil. He's hunting rats. There's rats all over the alleyway of his house, and he's got a pellet gun, and he's out there shooting rats in Brookline, Massachusetts, the poor guy. And he's, well, I mean, I'm all for that. You got rats in your backyard. You could get a pellet gun. You can get one at Target. Bang, bang, bang. The problem is on the other side of his house is the Jewish synagogue. And all of a sudden the anti-Semitism cries go up. There's a guy with a gun outside of a synagogue. Oh, shit, this poor bastard. Oh, he's okay. You know, this is woke America and Harvard, but you know, they let him go, but imagine this poor bastard's life. I mean, the guy's like, thank God Harvard came to their senses and, you know, pardoned the guy, or at least stood up for him and said, no, it's unrelated. He's a good person. Because if they didn't, I would forget the announcement for governor. I'd drive right down there and defend this man. ICE is coming. Sandy is wild. We got a new one. Mildred has disappeared, you know.
Yeah, I think she has. I think I think she wasn't. I don't know. Getting enough time. She felt. I don't know where she went.
She was. Yeah. I think maybe did we have a Mean Girl situation?
There's a lot going on in the chat. There's a whole
lot going on
here.
I know. Yeah. You know what else works on rats? Fire extinguishers, Steve. Apparently. It's a lot of work, though, getting that thing down. Then you got to pull the pin, and then you. Ever had one of those blow up on you? Jesus Christ, you haven't lived. Missy, you need your own sitcom. Oh, get this. My ex-brother-in-law, he's a plastic surgeon. He does celebrities. He talks shit about Christopher's facelift being bad, and he threatened to sue him. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Your ex-brother-in-law talked shit about Christopher Walken's facelift, and Christopher Walken threatened to sue him? Wow. Oh, man. That is crazy. She's chat hopping. Oh, that's okay. Come on. You gotta get around. You know, whoever's giving you the airtime, I guess, is the whole thing. Who knows? Is that crazy? Oh my God. He's also in Zach Peter trying to make him straight. She's everywhere trying to make Zach Peter straight. Hey, Mildred, like the challenge. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. And Zach, you're welcome. Mildred? Goodbye, Mildred. Wasn't meant to be. See you later. Unbelievable. What a day we have in front of us, Steve. This is a big day. Guys, my brother's announcing a run for governor. I mean, this is like crazy. You know what I mean? I came all the way here to be with him. I love the guy. Like, I mean, he's just a bit, I can't imagine a better one. He's so damn smart and kind and just good. They'll all come. They'll say terrible things. The media, it's not true. You know, I feel like Chris Cuomo, right? Does this make me like a Chris Cuomo? Your brother's the governor, right? If he becomes the governor, which I believe he will. Mildred will be back is what I'm hearing. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Anyway, should I dress up a little nicer? It's Maine. You know, I think I'm kind of saying some words, but I thought I think that looks good, right? Get a little rain jacket over me, and it's kind of casual, a little corduroy top with a nice little James Purse t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. Billy, would you consider a run for office? A run from officer? No, not at this point. Maybe someday. I don't know. You know what? I wouldn't run for me. I don't like the idea of career politicians. You know what I mean? Like some of these people who are like 4 terms, 6, Joe Biden was a senator since he was 29. Get out there, dude. Like go see the world, get your teeth kicked in, sign a paycheck for someone, employ people, do payroll, have some experience, then go serve the public and do it for 2 terms and no more, and then get out. I'm a term limits guy. I don't want to see my brother be governor for 5, terms. You do 2, you get reelected. By the way, there are term limits for governor here, but these senators can go forever. I think that's a mistake. They all need to come in and get out. It's public service. So, yeah, exactly. Get a real life job. You know what I mean? You serve and then you leave. That's why we have such vitriol, because they've been fighting each other for so long. It's just entrenched shit. Anyway, I'm so psyched. We're out of here. Driving up to Belfast. The event is today, and then tomorrow, we're going to go to our little island there. We're the summer, and we're going to sleep in a cold place tonight. We're taking a boat across, and then spend the whole day hitting different harbors and different things. I'm going to witness him, film him a little bit, and witness him campaign at some stops, and then I will leave, and then go back Friday to New York. But what does that mean for tomorrow, Steve? That's interesting. We'll have to talk about that. 10 o'clock, we're going to be, I guess we're going to try this, but we're in Bucksport, Maine.
Okay.
At the Lobster Factory while he's campaigning. I guess I could just set up. We'll see what happens, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Even if it's for a few minutes, right?
Yeah.
Good for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be able to do it, though. I'm sure it'll work out. Okay? Look at this, man. So many people from Maine. Hope to see y'all. Wait, I got to exit through the hidden door as I came in. Watch this.